Seniors 60 plus ride free every Wednesday. For information about routes and tickets, click on marktran.com. We keep you moving. Marquette Transit.
This is home for CBS WZMQ 19.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sarah Blakely.
And I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, we're breaking down the race for another Delta County Commission seat.
Plus, we're talking with MSU political scientists about the U.S. Supreme Court. Hear what they have to say about their recent decisions.
And the NATO summit continues in Washington, D.C. We'll tell you what was discussed today as world leaders meet with lawmakers. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
Well, we're expecting things to cool off tonight, and we are expecting to get a little fog as well.
Yeah, Air, how much are we expecting to creep in?
Most of that is going to be concentrated for the western half of the UP, which could include Marquette. I'll time it out for you, though, with that fog outlook coming up after the break. Right now, though, we've got clear conditions for that Wednesday night farmers market. That wind that we saw last week, no, it is very calm out there. Our temperatures will be creeping down, though, into the 50s. Some of us could see those mid 40s as well. And then rain showers, I'll tell you when those are likely to return.
In the August 6th primary, a new Delta County commissioner faces a challenger for her seat.
Kelly Vangenhoven is one of 3 commissioners elected in the May recall election, taking former Republican Commissioner David Moyle's seat. Vangenhoven's primary opponent is Jason Sacco. Both of them are running as Democrats. The winner will face Moyle in the November general election. If re-elected, Vangenhoven says her priorities include bringing more manufacturing jobs to the area and improving wages for county employees.
The recall, I have proven myself to be a very calm voice. I work together very well with my fellow commissioners, reaching out with people within my district, within the city of Escanaba, very active on our DDA board. And the more that I'm at those meetings shows people that I'm willing to work with them and listen to them.
WZMQ 19 reached out to Sacco multiple times for an interview about the primary, but he declined to respond. He also has not answered candidate questions on vote411.org, where voters can learn about each name on their ballot.
The Supreme Court of the United States gavelled out for the summer back on June 20th, but not before releasing a handful of decisions that have stirred up conversations across the aisle. While the court schedule is pretty predictable year to year, the justices are the ones responsible for selecting the cases they hear and when individual decisions are released. Political scientists at Michigan State University say that despite the perceived influx of contentious opinions out of SCOTUS, a lot of the decisions they release each year are unanimous.
The decisions that the Supreme Court issues are primarily targeted at lower court judges so that when similar cases come up in their jurisdictions, that they can say, okay, this is what the guidance is that we've gotten from the Supreme Court.
Coming up tonight at 11:10 Central, we'll have more on how the process behind selecting the cases heard each term.
It's day 2 of this year's NATO summit in our nation's capital, and security surrounding the Walter E. Washington Convention Center is very tight. WZMQ's Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon has a closer look in and around the NATO summit.
It's NATO week in Washington, D.C. It was here 75 years ago when 12 countries created the North Atlantic Treaty Organization in an effort to deter Soviet expansionism, fight nationalist militarism in Europe, and encourage European political integration. International dignitaries from 32 member countries or NATO allies are in Washington to discuss pressing political and security issues. This week, safety and security are taken especially seriously.
It's massive in scale, and it isn't just law enforcement. We work with all of our public safety partners to put something like this into motion. At this time, there's no credible threats to the NATO summit that we're tracking.
Inside the convention center, hundreds of attendees, leaders, and journalists from across the world gather for a full list of events throughout the week. This is just one part of the NATO summit taking place here in Washington, D.C. We're at the convention center. This specific area is the media staging area where hundreds and hundreds of journalists from across the world are here following their country's leaders and decision makers. There's no shortage of urgent matters being discussed among leaders, such as Russia's war with Ukraine.
It's good that we're stronger than ever, because this moment in history calls for our collective strength.
President Joe Biden kicked off the summit with a speech Tuesday evening, but overshadowing this year's summit, concerns regarding the 81-year-old president's re-election chances.
Regardless of the outcome of the U.S. elections, the U.S. will remain a strong and staunch NATO ally.
NATO Secretary General Jens Stoltenberg believes NATO will stand strong regardless of the election outcome. Reporting in Washington, Brendan Scanlon, WZMQ 19 News.
Your first warning weather forecast is coming up after this break.
Plus, what's up with Megan? She's sharing one of her favorite parts about summer, plus some tips so you can enjoy it too.
And we are live at the Wednesday night farmers market in Marquette. We'll check out another vendor and see what they have to offer.
John's Auto is still your #1 source for a pre-owned vehicle. Our standards are still the highest. We have the cleanest hand-picked inventory around. That's what we're known for.
John's has built a legacy over the years, if you will, and for us to be able to jump into the service industry, the detailing industry, we provide quality service, timely, reliable, trustworthy, just like John's has for years in car sales.
Come on down to John's Auto and see what we're all about. Sales, service, and detailing.
It's the simple things in life that we remember most. A cold glass of water on a hot summer day. The last bottle before bedtime. Lisa from Norway Springs here. Make the most of these moments with our delicious, refreshing water. Visit norwaysprings.com and get a free trial of our water service. Simple goodness. Norway Springs, taking good care of your family.
Fresh, safe water, guaranteed. Call Norway Springs today.
She's fair.
Untrue, Your Honor.
What, you're going to have your turn.
She's inquisitive.
What in the world led to this young lady finding you in this compromising situation?
And firm.
The only thing that matters in this particular courtroom, sir, is how I see it.
Watch Equal Justice with Judge Ebony K. Williams.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS.
I'm Rachel Knapp. Watch my reports live from Washington, only on 19 News.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture. Now, award-winning WZMQ 19 First Warning Weather with Air Stasic.
Well, if you're wondering if you're going to be impacted by that Hurricane Beryl, most of it is already headed over to the northeast over there in New England. That's what I'm looking for. We are primarily dry at the moment, but there are some isolated thunderstorms over in the Sioux. That should be clearing out, though, as we get into these later evening hours. And that farmers market right now in downtown Marquette on West Washington going until 8 o'clock this evening. It's nice, it's dry, it's calm. Nobody's having to hold on to their tents. Those temps will be dropping down, though, into the mid-60s as things get wrapped up again around 8 o'clock this evening. Taking a look at what we're expecting overnight, 45 to 60. It's going to be coolest inland in that west interior. Tomorrow, opposite. The warmest temperatures are going to be in the west interior, and then north coast is going to be cooler. So Lake Superior coastline, we're going to expect a lot of sunshine tomorrow. Even though that UV index is only at about 5, you can burn, of course, within about 40 minutes. And we've got patchy fog rolling in this evening into our morning on Wednesday. Taking a look, mostly clear skies, hence those cooler temperatures. We don't have that cloud blanket keeping in that warmth overnight. So here's what we're expecting. Munising. Yes, you will definitely have some fog tonight and for your morning. Luckily, though, it is going to be clearing out by lunchtime. Shouldn't be back for dinner, but you never know. It could be knocking on your door. Overall, though, all that fog clearing out around mid-morning for everybody. Gorgeous day for heading to the beach here. Marquette will be warm and sunny with temps around 74. At the moment, those rip current risks are very low. And then down in Escanaba, a little bit warmer, 79 is that expected high. And those waves, like I said, should be fairly calm. Very little chance of precipitation at the moment. Hopefully Mother Nature is not listening and changing her mind. But clear conditions for the most part tonight as we get into our Thursday. Those showers clearing out later on this evening. And then now we are expecting a lot of sunshine and hot temperatures coming this weekend. Make sure you are going to be staying hydrated. You might need to turn on those sprinklers. And we do have a chance of some showers and thunderstorms, possibly severe. We are monitoring that rolling back in this weekend, Saturday, possibly on our Sunday. Taking a look, if you are maybe heading out for the disc golf courses tomorrow here in Marquette, like I mentioned, those temperatures really nice. We'll be climbing into the 60s by midday, so it could be a little bit brisk, and that wind is going to be very calm. Here's a look across the UP. Again, some fog expected over in Ontonagon and Houghton tomorrow morning, and then really warm temperatures in Iron River and Iron Mountain. For the rest of our week here in Marquette, we'll be warming up, hitting about 87, 88 this weekend, and we'll drop down a little bit next week.
Thanks, Air. Well, even though last week was a little crazy with that weather, the Wednesday Farmers Market in Marquette is back tonight.
For sure, Sarah. And WZMQ's Samuel McKnight is live in downtown Marquette with a vendor selling happiness through baked goods. Samuel.
That's right, Kevin. I'm here at the downtown Farmers Market with DJ from Doozer's Cookies. DJ, so I heard that you guys just received a pretty huge grant. Is that right?
Yes, we just won a $25,000 Match on Main grant.
Okay, so tell me a little bit about what that grant is and why you guys got it.
It's a grant to help small businesses with infrastructure, like building out maybe in your storefront, buying certain equipment and things like that. And that's what we're going to be using it for.
Okay, so obviously you said that you're going to be getting some new equipment with it, right? What are some of the things that you guys are going to be buying as far as that equipment goes?
So there was another bakery around here called Skinny Pete's. We're going to be purchasing a lot of their equipment along with some of their recipes. There's a 60-quart mixer, and we currently have a 30-quart mixer, so it'll be quite a big increase for us production-wise. So that would be the big thing.
All right, very cool. So obviously the weather was a little bit crazy last week. I hope that you guys didn't have anything damaged or anything because of that, right?
We didn't have any damage. We had heard some of the other vendors had some broken tents or some broken merchandise. We weathered it pretty well, but not everyone did.
All right, so now you guys are back. What are some of the things that have been selling really well today?
Well, we brought back our chocolate, definitely not Oreos. Our vegan Funfetti Sammy cookies are almost gone. And our brown butter chocolate chunk is one of our classics, and that one is almost gone. So that one has gone really well.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah.
If you want to head down to the farmers market, you still have a couple hours before they wrap up. WZMQ is a proud sponsor, so we'll be back next week with another vendor spotlight. WZMQ 19, Samuel McKnight. Back to you, Sarah.
All right, Samuel, thank you so much. Our 19 News Insights is on the way next.
We're talking with retiring Michigan State Police Lieutenant Mark Giannunzio about his career.
That conversation is 2 minutes away.
Sleep better with a new mattress from Kirkish Furniture. We proudly feature made in the Midwest Restonic mattresses. Try one out today and compare other major brands. Let our sleep specialist help you find the bed of your dreams at Kirkish Furniture.
Why do we call the window store?
When they say they'll be at your house first thing in the morning, you'll see them first thing in the morning.
We had a proposal in hand the very first visit. And our installation was done right the first time.
Whatever your project, our team ensures a seamless, reliable process from beginning to end. That's the window store experience.
Your clear choice, the window store.
Tonight, Eye on America. As severe heat batters the U.S., the technology that's allowing renewable energy to keep the power on for millions. Then, what's slowing down Hurricane Beryl recovery in Texas and tornado and flooding risks for the Northeast on the CBS Evening News.
Experience the soulful tunes of Marquette's local musicians this summer with Music on 3rd, a series of sidewalk concerts held every third Thursday from June through September from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. 3rd Street in Marquette's downtown district comes alive with the eclectic sounds of talented artists, providing the perfect backdrop for an evening of exploration and entertainment. Join the community in celebrating the vibrant culture of Marquette. Music on 3rd is sponsored by Flagstar Bank and WZMQ 19.
Have you heard? Affordable healthcare is better than ever. And right now there are more carriers and plans to choose from. The government's Affordable Care Act is available for individual and family health coverage plans with little to no cost to you. 70% of callers qualify for a zero-cost healthcare coverage. See if you are one of them. This is not Medicaid or Medicare. This is the marketplace with the largest selection of healthcare plans from the Affordable Care Act. Call 800-626-9042.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local, with Sarah Blakely and Kevin Hodge.
Tonight on Insights, we are wishing the Michigan State Police 8th District PIO a very happy retirement. Lieutenant Mark D'Annunzio has been with MSP for 25 years, and he's calling it a career at the end of this month. And Mark's joining us now. 25 years,
25
Mark.
years, just like that.
Just like that. At the end of this month, it'll all be over with.
It's all a flash.
Well, how has that been for the last 2 decades?
It's been wonderful. No regrets. If I went back 25 years, I would do it all over again. This has been a wonderful career. It's a great department to work with. I've had lots of opportunities to do multiple things across the 25 years I've been in. The majority of my career has been in the best place in the state, which is the Upper Peninsula. And really, the job that I really wanted for many, many years, being a public information officer, being the face of the MSP, which probably is a bad thing actually, but it has really been something I worked hard for to get up here in the 8th District, and I really wanted to show the community that there is somebody behind the uniform, behind the badge, and that's not just me, it's our troopers that are out there doing great work every day, and we really are part of our community. So it's been a great 25 years, a lot of fun.
Yeah, you were here the other month, and you said something about like, I don't do real cop stuff anymore, but you do. Like, this PIO position is so important for MSP.
It is, and I do joke about that. The real workers are our troopers that are out there on the front lines. They have a very difficult job, so if I can show the good things that they're doing to make their job a little bit easier, then I've succeeded in my mission the last 4 years, and I think we've showed that. I'm not naive to know that there are people out there that don't like the state police, but I really think the majority of the people, especially in the Upper Peninsula, respect our troopers, and they know that they're out there doing a good job, so yeah.
Yeah. What made you want to join MSP in the first place?
It's a long story, but I wanted something with change, something that I could be doing something different all the time. I really went to college to be a teacher. And
I remember you saying that.
Yeah, and I thought, geez, that's a really difficult job. And heart goes out to anybody that wants to be a teacher. But I couldn't see myself doing the same thing for 30 years or 25 years or whatever it may be. So I wanted something that would be, I guess, a little adventurous and have a lot of different opportunities to do different things.
Yeah. How have you seen the department kind of change over the last 25 years?
Tons of changes.
Yeah.
And I can only imagine, I hope I can, live another 25 years to see what happens in those next 25 years. But yeah, sure, when I started, there was no such things as body cams and the constant scrutiny that our troopers are under. Social media was not a thing in 1999. Cell phones. So that's probably the biggest thing, is the societal shifts and the really high standards that our law enforcement officers are held to, and they do a great job. It's really unfortunate sometimes to see like a very small video clip of a trooper doing something that could be questionable, and then the trooper's career is judged on that small little piece, and we don't even know what the backstory is. That would not happen, 20 years ago.
Right.
So yeah, that's probably the biggest shift.
Yeah, I would bet so.
Yeah.
Finally, what's next for you?
Whatever my wife tells me, that's for sure. I'm sure part of it, she's got a list, I'm sure. But I plan on traveling a lot, and I really don't want to see snow anymore.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'll still continue to officiate college and high school football across the state. But we'll be moving south in the winter, I think.
Just for the winter, so you're not leaving
I got to come back to
forever.
the UP. This is the best place in the world in the summers.
Best place in the world.
Yeah, February not so much.
February is probably the worst
Unless
one.
Erin can do something about that, but I don't think she has that power.
She just
Maybe.
did.
Maybe.
So
Maybe she does.
Maybe she
Maybe
does.
she
She'll think about it. Mark, parting words, what would you say to someone who is thinking about going into Michigan State Police?
Do it. It is still a wonderful career. Even though these societal pressures are out there, it is your chance to do something good for people. And we need good, qualified people to fill the ranks. And that's right at that trooper level. And they have a difficult job, but it's still a great job. I really, truly believe that.
Gotcha. Well, Mark, we appreciate you so much here, and you've had a great career.
It's been an honor working with people like you, too.
Thank you very much, Mark. Let's send it on over to Kevin.
Thanks, Aaron. Congratulations, Lieutenant. Now here's your Upers United Volunteer Opportunity of the Day. The Lake Superior Village Youth and Family Center is looking for field trip volunteers throughout the summer. The center has 8 field trips to various locations around the Marquette area. Volunteers will supervise kids during the outings and ensure their safety and engagement. To sign up to be a volunteer and get more details or check out other opportunities, just head to upersunited.com.
Thanks, Kevin. After this break, we'll see what's up with Megan. It's one of her favorite times of year, and she'll tell you why that is and how you can enjoy it too. And later, about 30 students from Escanaba have a unique opportunity to see how an airport works. We'll follow them along as they check out the Delta County Airport. We're back after this.
Rapper XXX Tente Seal is approached by 2 gunmen.
We've seen high-profile cases in the past with the murders of stars such as Tupac Shakur, Biggie Smalls, and that's a lot of pressure for an investigator.
My name is Mary's Martinez. I am a crime scene investigator. Celebrity is always going to be more difficult, but not from a forensic perspective. The truth is the truth.
The Real CSI Miami. Back-to-back new cases tonight on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
These feet are hustling for customers. Sometimes I'm on my feet for over 16 hours a day. They get real cracked, dry. It's not good. I depend on healthy feet.
It's America's #1 selling foot cream for guaranteed relief.
If it works for these feet, it'll work for yours.
Also available in O'Keefe's Working Hands. You never know what you're capable of till you rise to the challenge. Because there's nothing better than the sweet smell of victory and trash bags.
Smells good in here.
Cool. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Pure Outdoor is the first program dedicated to increasingly popular outdoor and eco sports. Individual and adventurous. Journey to the world's most exotic, breathtaking locations. Pure Outdoor.
Unlike other health concerns, mental illness is not always easy to see.
DEPR.
Mental illness doesn't show up on a scale. Bipolar? Sorting out a mental health concern takes professional diagnosis and treatment.
Anxiety. I thought so.
If you or a loved one has a mental health concern, don't go it alone. For 24-hour free and confidential information and treatment referral, call 1-800-662-HELP. Learn more at samhsa.gov/support.
He's a mind reader.
On WZMQ CBS.
Let's find out what's up with Megan O'Connor. Megan, you have something a little different for us tonight.
I do. So my favorite season is coming early this year. Wild blueberries will be ready to pick this weekend. Tonight on What's Up with Megan, come with me to my Grandma Jane's house to check them out. As summer reaches its peak, residents and visitors of Michigan's Upper Peninsula are gearing up for blueberry picking. Each year, the arrival of blueberry season brings excitement to those who have eagerly awaited the opportunity to venture into the wilderness and gather these succulent berries. Whether you're a seasoned picker or a first-time visitor, I'll share 3 tips that my Grandma Jane has taught me. 1, a good picker never reveals their picking spot, but I'll tell you my spot is where my grandma shot at least one of her bears. 2, pick carefully and avoid disturbing green blueberries so they can continue to grow. 3, wood ticks are terrible this year. Wear long pants, tuck the sleeves into your socks, wear boots, use bug repellent, and pray, because I found a tick in my ear hole this weekend. Finally, blueberry season isn't just about picking berries. It's about singing as loud as you can with your family to keep the bears away, connecting with nature, and enjoying the bounty that our land provides. So this weekend, get out, pick berries, and have some fun.
I'm gonna have to get the details on this tick story.
Yeah, it was
after
like
the
right in my
show.
hole.
I don't like it. But, okay, so tell us about your blueberries here real quick.
I picked these with my Grandma Jane.
Grandma Jane seems cool.
Yeah, but she doesn't like being on TV because she's afraid of the paparazzi because she's so popular, so we don't ever show her on TV.
Understandable. Well, Grandma Jane, thank you very much. Megan, what else do we have going on?
Lots going on. So the Marquette Symphony Orchestra is holding a free Pops in the Park concert tomorrow at the Presque Isle Band Shell at 7:30 p.m. On Friday, the closing reception for the North of 45th, an annual juried exhibition of artists living north of the 45th parallel in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Minnesota, will be at the DeVos Art Museum on Northern Michigan University's campus at 6 p.m. Two festivals you don't want to miss taking place this Friday and Saturday, the 76th Annual Copper Country Strawberry Festival and Folk Fest in Manistee. Tune into WZMQ 19 for more details on both of those events. Finally, enjoy tea in Nagel Creek's Garden in Marquette on Sunday from 2 to 5, featuring refreshing drinks, live music, snacks, and raffles. Tickets are available at nagelcreekgardens.com.
Definitely do not miss the Copper Country Strawberry Festival. It's
Yum.
my favorite, yes. Thank you very much, Megan.
Of course.
Kevin, we'll send it on over to you.
All right, thanks guys. And today, Hannahville Indian School students took a field trip to their local airport. WZMQ's Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons has the details on what they learned and why the airport wants to bring more young people in.
About 30 4th and 5th graders explored Escanaba's Delta County Airport.
Because they're a younger group of students, they may have not had an opportunity to visit an airport previously or maybe a need to visit an airport.
Learning about daily operations from airport staff, going through security, and even getting an up-close look at some private aircraft and talking with pilots.
I want them to get a good idea of what's happening behind the scenes, what it takes to really operate an airport, and most importantly, all the people that are involved, everything from the luggage handlers and ramp agents at SkyWest to our security agents at the TSA. It's not only going to help them get a better idea of how commercial aviation works in the big jets, but also how smaller civil and general aviation work as well.
Airport manager Robert Randstadler hopes the tour inspires some future aviation industry professionals.
Right now, the aviation industry is in need of young people getting interested in it, so we're always trying to ignite that interest in the next generation of potential aviation enthusiasts.
Randstadler says the need is especially great for airports in more rural areas, like here in Delta County.
We have a really great staff here, but as people tend to age and approach retirement, things change and people move on, so we're always going to be looking for qualified candidates to take the reins and lead us into the future at the airport.
He says the airport is looking for ways to increase its visibility in the community, especially in the form of outreach to these and other enthusiastic students.
I'd like the airport to be more than simply a place where people come to depart or arrive. I want the airport to be a more robust location where the entire county and everyone can benefit from it.
Lily Simmons, WZMQ 19 News, Escanaba.
The sun is staying out for now. Air will let us know more about the next chance of rain in the outlook up next.
We'll be right back.
We say it every election. Wouldn't it be nice if someone different came along? Someone has. Callie Barr, 5th generation, born and raised here. She's a veterans advocate and former teacher. She's running against him, Jack Bergman, an election denier who wants to ban abortion even when the mother's life is at risk. You deserve better.
I will show up for you, and I will put in the work to make our lives better. I'm Callie Barr, and I approve this message.
Being a caregiver for others takes time, money, and lots of energy. If an elderly person relies on you to provide unpaid help with daily activities, UpCap, a nonprofit charitable organization, is here to help. Our Caregiver Resource Center provides resources and information about workshops, training, and support programs to assist caregivers throughout the Upper Peninsula. Please visit the UP Caregiver Resource Center at upcap.org or dial 211 for assistance.
Expect the unexpected.
Welcome you guys all to my big brother funeral.
One of your housemates has been playing this game with an identical twin.
Oh my God!
Well, you Fruit Loop dingus, I bet you didn't see this coming.
Brothers and sisters, welcome to the cookout.
Flurries, you better grab a life vest.
You'd almost think this is scripted, but it's not. It's just that good.
Big Brother is back next Wednesday, 9/8 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
Next week, Political Spotlight turns to the Republican National Convention. WZMQ 19 News has you covered.
I'm Brendan Scanlon. Join our team as we bring you live in-depth coverage from the convention floor.
We'll be reporting live from Milwaukee, gathering exclusive interviews from our hometown, key political figures and delegates that matter to you.
Stay with WZMQ 19 News for the most comprehensive coverage of the Republican National Convention, starting July 15th.
Current temperatures nice and toasty in that interior, about 80 in Iron Mountain. We're expecting the coldest temperatures this evening to be in that along that Wisconsin border, about 45 to 65 degrees across the UP. This evening for Pioneer Days, it looks mostly clear, nice temperatures, and then the rest of the week looks really good. Possible showers on our Saturday.
All right, thanks, Aaron. This is home. Iron Mountain's American Legion Post 50 celebrated a special member for continuous membership and an upcoming birthday.
Frank Perino, a lifelong Iron Mountain resident, was honored for his remarkable 70 years of continuous membership and service. The Post Adjutant presented him with a special certificate today, thanking him for his service. Perino, who served as a grader operator for the United States Army, played a vital role in building airports and runways during the Korean War. Perino also turns 96 next Monday. Thank you for your service and happy birthday on Monday.
All right, and we'll see you guys later tonight.